Your skin is basically a live dashboard of everything going on inside your body, and most people look at it every single day and have no idea what it's actually telling them. So let's go through it. Dry, flaky patches that won't go away. Not the kind of dry skin you get in winter from the cold air. This is persistent. You moisturize. It comes back. You drink more water. Still there. And the reason most people never fix it is because they're treating the surface when the problem is underneath. The most common culprits are low vitamin A, low essential fatty acids, or a thyroid that's not working properly. Vitamin A is literally your skin vitamin. It regulates how your skin cells grow and shed. When it's low, the whole process gets sluggish and you get this buildup of rough, flaky skin, especially on your arms and legs. Essential fatty acids. The omega-3 south you get from fatty fish, walnuts, and flaxseed. Keep your skin barrier intact. Without them, your skin can't hold moisture properly, regardless of how much lotion you put on. And your thyroid. When it's underactive, it slows everything down, including skin cell turnover. So if you've got patches that just refuse to leave, it's worth looking at those 3 things before you buy another moisturizer. Breakouts that keep coming back in the same spots. Acne that comes back in the exact same place, over and over. Is your body being pretty specific about something? Breakouts along your jawline and chin are almost always hormonal. That's your androgen levels fluctuating, which is why it tends to get worse around your period if you have one. Or when you're under a lot of stress, because stress spikes cortisol, which spikes androgens. Breakouts on your forehead are often linked to digestion. Specifically, a gut that's inflamed or sluggish. Breakouts on your cheeks can be external. Your phone screen, your pillowcase, touching your face, but persistent ones can also signal high glycemic eating. Spikes in blood sugar trigger insulin, which triggers oil production, which feeds the bacteria that cause acne. The location isn't a perfect map, but it's a starting point. And if your breakouts are consistent and cyclical, that's a pattern worth paying attention to, instead of just washing your face harder, yellow or pale skin. This one matters more than people realize. If your skin has taken on a yellowish tint, especially around your eyes or the palms of your hands, that's jaundice, and it means your liver is having a hard time processing bilirubin, which is a byproduct of breaking down old red blood cells. It can be temporary and minor, or it can be a sign of something that genuinely needs attention. Either way, it's not something to ignore. Pale skin that's been coming on gradually, not just fair complexion but a kind of washed out, grayish pale, is often iron deficiency anemia. Your blood isn't carrying oxygen efficiently, and it starts to show in your face. Your gums go pale. The inside of your lower eyelid, which should be a healthy pink, looks almost white. If that's you, iron and B12 are the first places to check. Dark circles that sleep doesn't fix. Everyone assumes dark circles are just about not sleeping enough. And sometimes that's true. But if you're sleeping fine and they're still there, the conversation changes. Chronic dark circles can come from iron deficiency, again, because poor circulation under the thin skin around your eyes makes the blood vessels more visible. Allergies are a massive one that people miss. When your body is reacting to something, whether it's food or environmental, it causes inflammation and congestion that pulls blood under the eyes. It's called allergic shiners, and it's incredibly common, especially in people who don't think of themselves as having allergies. Dehydration makes them worse too, because the skin around your eyes is extremely thin and loses volume fast. So before you buy the most expensive eye cream on the market, check your iron. Think about whether you're congested a lot, and drink more water. Skin that bruises way too easily. You bump into something, and within hours, there's a full bruise. Nothing dramatic happened, but your skin tells a different story. Easy bruising usually means one of 3 things: low vitamin C, low vitamin K, or blood that's thinning from medication. Vitamin C is critical for collagen production, and collagen is literally the scaffolding that holds your blood vessels together. When it's low, the walls of your capillaries get fragile and they break from almost nothing. Vitamin K is what tells your blood to clot properly. Without enough of it, even small bleeds under the skin spread before they stop. If you're on blood thinners or taking high-dose fish oil, aspirin, or certain supplements, those can do it too. Citrus, bell peppers, dark leafy greens, and eggs cover most of your bases here. If you're eating well and still bruising constantly, that one's worth getting checked properly. Skin that's suddenly oilier than usual. Your skin has always been relatively normal, and then out of nowhere, it's shiny by midday. Your pores look bigger, and you're going through blotting papers like they're going out of style. That shift usually means something hormonal has changed. Androgens, the hormones that drive oil production, can spike from stress, from changes in your sleep, from certain foods, and from hormonal shifts that come with age or cycle changes. But the one people don't expect is high glycemic eating. Every time you spike your blood sugar, your body produces more insulin, and insulin directly stimulates sebaceous glands to produce more oil. So if your diet has shifted and your skin has shifted with it, that connection is real. Cutting down on refined carbohydrates and sugar genuinely changes skin oiliness for a lot of people in a way that no cleanser does. Rashes or hives that appear and disappear. You wake up with a rash. It's itchy and red, and then a few hours later, it's gone. And it keeps happening, and you have no idea what's causing it because it doesn't seem to be connected to anything obvious. That's your immune system reacting to something and trying to get your attention. It could be a food sensitivity. The most common triggers are gluten, dairy, eggs, shellfish, and nuts, but it can honestly be almost anything. It could be a product you're using, a fabric, a detergent, something in your environment. Histamine intolerance is another one that flies under the radar. Some people have trouble breaking down histamine from certain foods like aged cheeses, wine, fermented things, cured meats, and they get skin reactions that look like allergies but don't show up on standard allergy tests. Keeping a simple log of what you eat and when the rashes appear is the fastest way to find the pattern. It's annoying, but it works. Skin tags. These little soft growths that show up around your neck, armpits, groin, or eyelids. Most people think of them as just a random skin thing, genetic, no meaning. But there's actually a fairly well-established link between skin tags and insulin resistance. The same mechanism that drives high blood sugar also drives excess skin cell growth in areas of friction. Studies have found that people with multiple skin tags are significantly more likely to have elevated insulin levels or prediabetes compared to people without them. That doesn't mean every skin tag is a metabolic warning sign. But if you've got several of them appearing over time and you eat a lot of processed food and don't move much, it's worth getting your blood sugar checked. Not to scare you, just to know. Lips that are always cracking. Cracked lips that chapstick never fully fixes usually come down to two things: B vitamin deficiencies, specifically B2 and B6, or chronic mouth breathing. B2 and B6 deficiencies cause inflammation specifically at the corners of the mouth. It's called angular cheilitis, and it looks like cracks or sores right where your lips meet. It's not dryness, it's inflammation. Eggs, dairy, chicken, and leafy greens sort this out. If it's not the corners but the whole lip surface, that's usually dehydration combined with chronic mouth breathing. Breathing through your mouth dries out your lips constantly, regardless of how much water you drink. A lot of people who think they're just prone to dry lips are actually mouth breathing at night and have no idea. Skin that tans or burns unusually fast. If your skin seems to react to sun more intensely than it used to, that can be a sign of niacin deficiency, also known as B3, one of the hallmarks of pellagra, the disease caused by severe B3 deficiency. It is skin that becomes extremely sensitive to sunlight. You don't need to be severely deficient to notice it though. Even mild B3 insufficiency can make your skin more reactive to UV than it should be. Certain medications also make you photosensitive, including some antibiotics and diuretics, so if you've recently started something new and you're burning faster, that's worth checking with whoever prescribed it. Your skin is the most visible organ you have, and it almost never lies. The stuff showing up on the surface is almost always a signal from somewhere deeper. Most of the time, it's fixable. You just have to know what you're looking at.